Good morning, good morning, good morning, and afternoon to all. First of all, on behalf of the glamorous women of Gamma Pi Rho Lupus Sorority Incorporated, we would like to welcome you today to our August Advocacy and Awareness Zoom event. We want to personally thank you in advance for logging on today and spending time with us on this Saturday. We hope that everyone is feeling well and doing the very best that they possibly can. Before I start today, I want to just send some love. As lupus warriors, we all know that we go through this horrific disease, and sometimes it can try and get the best of us. We try and fight, but sometimes it's a little bit more than we can handle and it gets out of our control. So with saying that, I would like to say that our vice president, our board of directors vice president, Mr. Emmett Henderson III, we want you to know that we are praying for you, that we love you, and that you are not alone doing your journey. Stay encouraged and know that we are 100% behind you. We love you, Emmett. We got you, Emmett. We're here with you. Amen.
Amen.
All right, you guys. All right. Okay, so today I would like to introduce a friend to us all. A young man that has made a positive impact on the lupus community. You can always find him advocating 365 days a year, 24/7. I got to know Dion from being a part of several lupus support groups. And he's always been inspiring, and he always has a kind word for us all. His journey is really impactful, and he's always on for lupus. From his Motivation Mondays, Tuesday Tips, Wednesday's Wisdom, Think About It Thursdays, Feel Good, and Fashion Friday posts. Sharing his lupus journey with other lupus organizations, participating in lupus walks, going from city to city, joining forces with our board of directors vice president to be the spectacular dynamic duo like no other, the male lupus warriors. And again, we want to keep Emmett uplifted in prayer. But of course, his passion, Mr. Cool Mo D on the drums, a dedicated lupus warrior who is not only beating to his own drum, but he is drumming to a different beat. Without further ado, Gamma Pi Rho Lupus Sorority Incorporated presents to you our lupus brother, Mr. Dion Langley.
You.
Welcome. Finally, we got you on our platform. Hey, Dion.
Yes, hey. What's up, girlie? Good. How you doing?
Doing pretty good today.
Good.
Doing pretty good. Yeah.
Good.
Hanging in there.
Yeah, definitely excited to be here. And let me just first by saying thank you for allowing me the opportunity to be on you guys, like awesome platform. It's definitely an honor. I'm so humble. You could have picked anyone else, you know what I'm saying? So I think at the end of the day, I really appreciate it. So, and when you made the phone call, I knew right then that, that I was going to do it for you. So I definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. And I love the support that you give the sorority as well. And we greatly appreciate that.
Anytime.
Yeah. So Dion, tell us a little bit about your lupus journey. You can start wherever you want, but just feel free, whatever you would like to share with us today.
Okay. I was diagnosed in November of 2010. That was when I first got diagnosed through the doctors with lupus. Before that time frame, I ain't even know nothing about lupus at all. I was just, living Dion's life and enjoying life with my family, you know what I'm saying? My kids, just, just being who I am, drumming and doing what I do. And when I got diagnosed with lupus, that was a turning point for me, not only from just a physical aspect, but from a mental side as well. So that right there really, it made me a different person. People don't understand how much lupus affects you, just not on the physical side, but mentally. You have to change how you deal with a whole lot of things. So I got diagnosed with lupus in 2010. I the first couple of years when I was diagnosed with lupus was probably my worst years of dealing with it, because at the time I didn't understand what lupus was. And when you get diagnosed with something that you don't understand or never heard of, it automatically brings fear. So the first couple of years was really rough for me. I never told anyone I had it. Only my kids, my close knit family knew I had it. And that was something that I really hid for a long time. It took me about 3 to 4 years to really come out and say that, that I had lupus. And actually, when I did, it actually happened by accident. I didn't even mean to let it get out the way it did. So I think at the end of the day, it was just one of those things to where it was just time for it to happen, but God prepared me for it. So I'm here, I'm here now today, still staying strong, advocating. And, like I said, I'm so blessed to still be here. And then to have a brother, my man, Emmett Henderson, just like, you had spoke of him earlier, like he really keeps me motivated, doing this whole journey, you know what I'm saying? Because it's definitely not easy. So I think to have someone by your side like that and really walk with you, beside you, and be there and share the ups and downs with you, especially as a male, and for us to advocate the way we do is just, it's just a blessing to be in the position we in now.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, we when everything was going on, I said, maybe we should, postpone and wait, because I know it affects you, so much with everything going on, but being the true warrior that you are, and I know Emmett would want you to, keep your head up and, show strength for him. So, thank you so much.
No problem. That was probably one of the biggest things that really hit me hard. You know what I'm saying? When he was hospitalized, and it's funny because like I was on the down slump prior to. A lot of people probably didn't even know that. I was on the down slump prior to, and I think I took like probably a whole month or two just off social media. And you and I talked during that time frame, because you had checked on me. And I was going through a very, very hard time, man. But Emmett was right there every day. And so, it's just one of those things to where when you're brothers and you see your brother hurting, you want to do more. But when it comes to lupus, it's kind of hard. So I just pray for him all the time. I talk to him every day. And I'm definitely gonna be here with him, So when I tell you, when I found out he was hospitalized, it hurt and it took so much out of me. Like every day is kind of, it's real rough. You and I talk, so just like, I'm just trying to stay strong and keep on doing what we do.
Amen, amen. And I'm glad that you have the strength to do that. Yes, I remember when you took a moment for yourself. Mm-hmm. And people don't realize that, well, they should realize, but I know it's so hard to do. We have to just bag back and just, give social media, give, the outside world. We have to shut things down sometimes, and it's nothing personal, but, we just need that moment to reflect, regroup, recharge, so we can keep being the strong force that we are, just trying to, go through this life, but also be an advocate for others. So, I'm glad that you took that time. Yeah,
I needed it. It was needed, because I think during that time I had a lot going on mentally and just in my personal life. So I think for me it was something that I had to really just take a step back, and just really focus on some things. And then a lot of times when you get so overwhelmed And when you keep going and going and going and going, not realizing that you're hurting yourself. You know what I'm saying? So like I say, I had to really learn, and I know it sounds bad, but I really had to get selfish.
No,
Right. So
no, not
I
at
had to
all.
really get selfish and just cut so many things out, people, individuals, and just, a lot of things to just make sure that Dion was where Dion needed to be. And like I said, I was so grateful and just blessed the guy, just in me, man. Like when I was going through that whole time, like he was right there. Like, it's like, you would have never known that I was going through anything because he kept me where I needed to be. So, you always got to have that, that daggone support system.
That's a blessing. That's truly a blessing. That's one thing that is so important in our community. I know we have family and we have friends, and they support us 100%, right?
Yeah.
They're always there, but at the end of the day, they don't understand as much as they want to. So to have a support system, whether it being, someone from your organization or another organization, just that lupus community alone, can help you get through. So it is very important. It's very important. And it's so important to have these discussions as well, because you being a male lupus warrior, the fact that you guys came out to even speak about it, like you say, you didn't even want to talk about it, and then, you guys, I'm a man, so, well, I don't want to be saying this and that, but I give you so much respect to sit here today and tell your story, because we all go through something, whether we're a man, woman, trans, whatever. We all go through something, and we can, put on that, oh yeah, everything's fine, but we definitely need to take time for ourselves. So I applaud you for being able to speak on it. And keep telling that part, because we need to hear that, know that we're all an open ear. You're giving inspiration to someone else to say, let me talk about it. Let me talk about it. Let me talk about it. And it's okay to not be okay. And it's okay to take time for yourself. So
that's it.
For sure. For sure. So, everybody who knows Dion knows that he's Mr. Cool Mo D on the beats, that his passion is playing those drums. So how is that going for you with your lupus?
It's actually going well. It's funny. It was when I got diagnosed with lupus, the doctors told me that I would never play drums again. So for me to be on the level I'm at now and having the opportunity to do 3 jazz tours, travel around the country, been overseas, play with major artists, different artists, got my own recording studio. Matter of fact, I'm working on my second album now with my band. So hopefully that should be released before the end of the year. But just to still be able to do what I do musically and just express myself after 16 years now having lupus, now it's like, wow, you know what I'm saying? So I'm totally blessed. I can't ask for anything more, because when I was laying in the hospital bed and the doctor told me that I never play drums again, like that was a huge blow for me. Like drumming is like that's my life. That's how I make my money. That's my therapy for dealing. Whenever I'm mad, whenever I'm upset, I can go in the studio and just play drums and it'll just take the pain away. You know what I'm saying? Like drumming is like a whole different bubble for me. I can have the worst day, whatever's going on in my life, when I get behind that drum set, nothing else matters. So when you have someone telling you that you can't do this no more, like you have to stop doing this, this is your safe place. I mean, that was a terrible feeling. And for me to still be, doing what I do now, I'm definitely grateful. I'm actually heading out of town tonight. I got 2 shows over the weekend, and like I say again, the drumming is going well. It's actually like I actually got 2 major artists that I'm actually about to record for. So I'm definitely excited, and just keep me in prayer, and I'm gonna just keep on pushing. Like I always say, I'm drumming to a different beat. So you all know how that rock.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's good to know that you said, no, doctor, this is what I do. Yeah. I may not be able to,
right,
do more, but honey, I am in the fight.
That's it.
and I'm gonna keep, keep moving on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of people don't understand the physical wear and tear it does on me sometimes. Like, when I first started touring, it was like I can do a whole 2 or 3 hour show, and then I can turn around and do a back to back the next night. But now it's at the point to where, man, if I do a 2 hour show, that next day, like I'm done for like the whole day. I'm probably done for the whole weekend. You know what I'm saying? But I still have my back to backs, but it's just a different feeling, and I just prepare myself way more than what I used to. So I just think it's, and then when you're on stage, it's a lot of adrenaline and excitement too. So you really don't worry about it then, but then I really get hit hard afterwards. Like that Monday and Tuesday, you may not hear from me. So, so it's just one of those things where you may not hear from me on that Monday or Tuesday. But like I said, I'm just blessed to be in a position I'm in and just be able to still do what I do and just do what I love doing. So, I really don't complain. I just try to go with the flow. But to be a drummer that that have lupus and deal with on the daily battle, like it's tough trying to keep up with these cats. They got all the energy, that can play the way they want to. And it's like, I'm already at a disadvantage trying to keep up with these cats, but I definitely hold my own. So I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. So.
Well, I haven't had a chance to see you live in person, but I have watched your videos on YouTube. Yeah. And I was honored to be able to be on a Zoom one time, and you just went in, and it was just like, dang, my brother can really, really jam, so it was really, really proud. I was really proud to see that. And I'm like, I get exhausted sometimes just trying to clean the house or, just trying to have a regular day, and to think that you're doing a full set. And you got to be constant, like you beat.
Yeah, it's
you
yes,
beat.
Yeah, definitely. So I, like I say, it's always a blessing. But I try to take every moment and every opportunity. Like I count it a blessing because a lot of people can't do what I do when they that have lupus. So to me, every time I get an opportunity to play, like I just count it as a blessing. And like I say, it's my safe place. So but I'm actually in a position now where I'll probably be going on another tour, hopefully. And if I come to the area, I'll let you know so you come see me play live. So definitely keep
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I wanted to ask you, do you think that if you didn't speak on lupus, you said that particular time it happened by accident, it was, God's choice for you to do it that day. Do you think that you would still not be speaking about lupus, or?
I think that if that wouldn't have happened, honestly, I probably wouldn't have said anything or wouldn't have been that aggressive about advocating. Because again, when I got diagnosed and Emmy got diagnosed, it wasn't a lot of male presence, and even when you type in lupus on the internet, you're gonna see female pictures anyways. So I think at the end of the day, if I wasn't put in that position, it probably, I probably would never, even have started even talking about it. But I felt like too, when I got diagnosed with something and I know it's something that would probably carry me for the rest of my life, now I got to investigate. Now I got to figure out the who, what, when, why, and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So me laying there in that hospital bed, trying to figure those things out, it was just like, wow. And again, I love that the females take this platform and just blow it up and take it to a whole nother level. But imagine the male walking in the room, asking the lupus question, and they looking at you like you crazy. Like that's what happened to me. You understand what I'm saying? So I was like, oh man. So, when you get that first experience and it's kind of like a turnoff, it makes you push back a little more and then you hesitate. But again, it's one of those things to where God had an assignment for me. I always had this dream that I was going to be the best drummer in the world and just, what I'm saying, be this, but, God had to sit me down and just realize that, I'm not going to take drumming away from you, but I'm going to have you use it on a different platform, but for a better purpose. So that's what I had to realize. So I had to really take that and just twist it and just really run with it, but, again, honestly, to answer your question, if that wouldn't happen that way, I probably wouldn't have said anything. Probably wouldn't.
Well, we definitely need you guys out here. I'm finding out that more and more men do have it, but they're not having the strength to do it. So you guys are so important to the male lupus community. I just found out the other day when I was telling someone, that I was doing my Zoom, because I'll be stalking people like, hey, log on if you can. Log on if you can. But a friend was telling me that they have a funeral today, and it was for a young man who had succumbed to lupus. And I was like, wow, and he was what, 23, 24 years old. And I was like, I'm really sorry to hear that. I wish I had a chance to, reach out to him before, so that I could, inspire him to, get involved. And I know it's such a hard journey, especially when you first diagnosed. You don't want to talk about it. You just like be in your own world because you're trying to figure it out.
Of course.
But his mother was saying that she didn't believe in the medications. So my question for you is, do you feel that the medications that you're on is definitely helping you get through with your lupus?
I think it's a yes and no question. You have to follow the doctor's medications because they are the experts. So it's not to take anything away from them, but also too, I feel like with me, what's helped me through a lot of this lupus journey is I had to change my whole mental aspect about it. So I think mentally I couldn't be dependent on that pain medication or that, you know what I'm saying? Like every time you get an ouch or you get a scrape, now you got to put a different medicine in your body because, so now mentally you're dependent on it. Like when I first got started, when I first got diagnosed, I was up to probably almost 20 pills a day. And it's crazy. Like I think at the end of the day, like how can anything work when you're taking so much in? So it's like your body already fighting against itself, but it's like the pills fighting against each other too as well, because nothing is really sticking. So I think you have to get a mental toughness about it. And I'm not gonna tell nobody don't take your medication, but I could just say you have to know your body, and I just feel like you have to know your body, know who you are. I mean, I've seen a lot of people say, yeah, the doctor give me this, but I haven't taken it. But then when they go back to the doctor be like, yo, you doing good, that medicine working, and they haven't even taken it yet. So I think we have to understand who we are, understand our bodies. And I think at the end of the day, you just got to be, again, it's that person's choice. So I just feel like you have to know your body, and whether you do or you don't, that's just up to that person. It's kind of like when we talk about this whole COVID shot, when that whole COVID thing hit, it's a choice. You know what I'm saying? Some people probably with their jobs were forced to take it, but again, individually, it's a choice.
Right. It definitely is. Did you get vaccinated?
No, my doctor told me not to.
Okay. Yeah, you have some that was said to, and some that said don't, and some that didn't, and some that did.
Through my lupus, I developed my heart condition of the pericarditis, and they was real worried about how would it affect my heart condition. And I think at the end of the day, like that's some serious. So I'm not gonna take that chance. You know what I'm saying? So when your heart gone, that's it. So I just take that chance. So I just feel like, again, you have to know your body, and just, you gotta deal with the circumstances of it.
For sure. Let's look into the chat and see if we missed anything. Let's see. Okay, we got everybody sending love to Mr. Emmett Henderson.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Emmett. Shout out to my guy.
Dion, you said that Red Ryder is a friend of yours who was just diagnosed with lupus. Sorry to hear that. How is he doing?
They said who now?
It is actually she's doing good. She's actually, you know what? If she will let her tell you how she doing.
Okay.
And we'll see if she can let me see.
Hi, everybody.
Hi. How are you today?
I'm doing okay. it's hard. Like the gentleman just said, you go through a lot when mentally, when you're told that you have something that you know absolutely nothing about. As I was, Dion and I are chatting in Messenger, and like I told her, at first they thought it was lupus. Then they did more testing, it turned out to be rheumatoid arthritis. But as Dion was telling me, they both go hand in hand. So I have to watch out for and keep making sure they're testing me for lupus. Some days are better than others. Some days I wake up, things hurt. You can't function with daily activities. But then trying to go to work and then being a single parent of a child that has special needs. So it's a lot. I'm glad I have Dion because I can talk to her. She understands. I now understand, as the gentleman was saying, sometimes you have to unplug from everything and everyone and just focus on you. And there were times like I would reach out to her. I didn't know what was going on, but she would shut everything out. So now I do understand, like, you need that peace. You need that one-on-one time with yourself just to block everything out and to kind of like process everything. They started me on steroids, but like the weight was killing me. Just like the gentleman said, I'm tussling back and forth on whether to take the medication or not, because now they want to start me on a medication that they use for chemo.
Mhm.
And when I'm reading all the different side effects and things like that, I'm like looking at it from a standpoint of being a mother. I still got to go to work. I still got to take my child, take care of my child. And so this medication can have me to the point where I'm just like out of it and can't. So what do you do? So like right now, I'm at that crossroad. I don't know whether to take it, not take it. So that's a constant battle that I'm having right now mentally. But like I said, it's day by day.
That's it. That's how lupus is. Lupus is day by day. So that's she definitely nailed it. It's a day by day process for all of us. So
Yeah.
it's one of those things to where you have to understand your body, understand who you are, because each day is not going to be the same. So I think you have to. What she said is true. It's a day by day process, and that's what we're all doing. We're taking this day by day. Yeah.
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 So I really thank you for this. I needed to hear it. So thank you.
No problem. No problem.
This is exactly why we try and do this. This is exactly why. It is so scary when you first diagnosed, and then they telling you one thing, then they telling you another, and it's like, well, wait a minute, but the autoimmune disease, when you have lupus, it's like an umbrella of different things. But I'm so glad that you came on today, because you have people on here like yourself who's recently, trying to figure it out. And then you have people who have had it for 20, 30 years. So to let you know that it is a day-to-day struggle, but you can get through it. You can get through it. It is not a death sentence. And it's going to be those crazy days where it's up and down and, but just stay in the fight. Just stay in the fight. And eventually you will learn to, know your body, know when to rest and everything. But I've had it for over 32 years and I'm still trying to figure out. Some days I'd be like, well, I think it's this and this, and it has nothing, to do with what I'm thinking, it does. So it really is day to day. But I'm sorry that you were diagnosed. I never wish lupus on anybody, but the cards that you were dealt, you got this.
Thank you.
You got this. And they will try and give you every medication under the sun. Well, they're gonna try and start you off with the prednisone and then the plaquenil.
Yeah.
It affects people differently. Like he was saying earlier, that Some people do take their medication, some people don't, but just, it'll be a process to find out what works for you.
There you go.
Right. Thank you
Yeah,
very
and
much.
absolutely. And I'm so glad that you have girl Dion for a support system,
Yeah.
because she has lupus, and it's
Yeah.
so important to have somebody who knows, you
Mhm.
guys can go through this together. So like
Yeah.
Guy Dion was saying, he has Emmett,
Mhm.
so it's so great to have somebody who understands, and you
Yeah.
guys can help one another along the way, because she still struggles and she's had it for some time. So we
Yeah.
all are going through it.
That's it.
Yeah, and I wish you the best on your journey. Definitely, keep in touch with us, and let us know how you're doing, and anything you need. Everyone in the lupus community, you can just reach out to. Especially Gamma Pi Rho, or even male lupus warriors. So
Okay. Thank you for that.
for sure, we got you, girl. We
Thank you.
got you. Yeah, LaShawn says hello. Aftermath says hello. Let's see what else we got on here. Dion, lots of people use music as therapy for pain. Is your drum playing a sense of therapy for you? And I know you kind of answered that already.
Definitely. I think that's, you got to have something that's going to take your mind away from lupus. Like, you can't just sit and just let your mind focus on the fact that I have lupus, or this hurt, or that hurt, or, today is not a good day for me. Lupus going to try to get you down all the time. I think it's one of those things to where if you let lupus beat you down, it will. It tore me up for a couple of years, you know what I'm saying? But I think, again, you have to put something, or put yourself in position to where mentally you can't let yourself just focus on lupus. No, still, like I tell people all the time, I still be myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm still Dion. I'm still gonna go drum. I'm still gonna be who I am. But I think at the end of the day, you got to know your limits. So I have to know when to sit down. I got to know when to chill. So I think it's just, you just have to understand that. But drumming is definitely, that's my place of peace. Like I can't stress that enough. Drumming is my place of peace. So I appreciate you asking that question. And I just feel like everyone needs to have an outlet when it comes to dealing with lupus, because if you don't have an outlet, it's gonna keep beating you down.
Right.
Yeah.
Big E wants to come in and say something.
Oh, yeah, bring him in. Yeah, come on. Bring my boy on the drum.
Can y'all see me okay?
Hey.
Hey,
So
so
what's up, man?
first and foremost, thank you guys all for the love and support. I'm here to support my boy and of course the Gamma Pi Rho. Y'all know me, I'm a bounce back, I'm good. I just got all this stuff installed and going through it all, but we warriors, we're gonna pull through. But I'm gonna tell you, this dude here, he is my strength as well. I mean, it's everything that we talk about that we do. It's like we connect so much to where when we met, it was like we've known each other forever. And it makes a big difference when you got that support group of people that know where you're coming from and can walk in your shoes. I can have somebody 2 miles away from me I grew up with over 30 plus years, but yet won't really relate when I talk to them about what's going on with me. But then when I talk to somebody like D and we talk back and forth, it's kind of that feeling to where I ain't gotta BS anything. You know what I'm saying? You can be transparent as much as you want and it's accepted. And that's the gift that I received from him, because he was doing this before me. And when I came out, I kind of felt the same way, like there ain't no male presence doing this at all. Am I doing the right thing? Am I trying to do something that is anybody else trying to do? Then I seen this dude doing it. And instead of like connecting with him and saying like, what you about? It's like, no, bro, how can I work with you? And that's the bond that we got, because if anything, we built from there, because it's not just us that's doing it. We're doing it for others as well. And no matter what we go through with all this shit and lupus, there's always somebody going through it worse. So we're there for those that goes through it worse. And sometimes we do put ourselves on the back burner because we know what we're capable of as advocates, as strength, as warriors. We want to give that same strength to everybody else. And when Dion said earlier how you ladies set the platform, you did. You guys set that bar so high to where we're just trying to be a voice. And if it takes something like, you know, me and Dion to start something, which there are other advocates out there that are doing it, it's just that we need that more presence to be equal with you ladies. Is the only way we're gonna make lupus visible to everybody. So D, you're my man. I love you, bro. Keep doing what you're doing.
You already know. We're gonna do it, bro. You already know, man. You already, hey, Lupus Dream Team, bro. You already know it. You already know what it is.
All day, every day.
Yes, sir. You my brother, man.
Love you guys.
Love you too, bro.
Love you.
Love you
Thank
too.
you so much, E.
Like that's the thing I'm talking about right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's in his hospital bed, but he still takes the time out to just support. You understand what I'm saying? And that's needed. So that right there, he just gave me my inspiration for the rest of this week. You know what I'm saying? You know, just to be able to just go through what I go through on a daily basis. You understand what I'm saying? So you just got to have it. And the connection that me and Emmett has, let me tell you something, like no one can break that bond. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't even believe he's on the West Coast and I'm on the East Coast. But when we get around each other, like we're like brothers, like we grew up with each other. You know what I'm saying? So, and again, I know he's gonna pull through this. Once he pulled through, we got a Lupus Dream Team still got a whole lot of stuff coming. So y'all just keep y'all eyes and ears peeled, because it's definitely going down. You know, this ain't gonna stop.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Woo. This just shows you how much strength that we have and we can have. You know, this young man is going through it right now, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes you just find that extra spoon, you know, that warrior is still in you. Like, it got me, but I'm still trying to do this, you know. That's strength. That's strength. Find that spoon if you can. But man, I love that you guys are so tight. You know, when I first came along, you know, I saw your bond and your connection. And then I thought that you guys had, you know, been hanging out and kicking it and everything, you know, because you guys were so tight. Yeah. And it was like, you know, wow, you know. And then when I seen the video and everything, it's like, oh no, we just met. Like, what?
Yeah.
You know, but I understand that because I get the same thing from the sorority. So, you know, we're all on Zoom, you know. Oh, yeah. Sometimes you can, you know, get a chance to meet some, and some I haven't even met yet. But, you know, when I went to Founders Day, I was like, oh my God, my sisters, you know, and it just felt like I knew them because just being on Zoom and everything, we had built such a connection, you know. So it's so great to have that support system. So, you know, you guys are there for one another, and that's a beautiful thing. Oh, it's definitely a beautiful thing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Do we have any more questions? Would anyone else like to ask a question? Hi, VP.
Is it okay, Chandra?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You guys know
morning,
this is
afternoon again.
Tamika.
Mr. Dion, when you're out on tour, I know with everybody that travels and stuff, we tend to maybe get a little lazy in our daily regimen. Do you find yourself doing that when you're on tour often, or are you really controlled in how you make sure you pack up everything you need for your health and you're taking care of it? Or when you travel, do you kind of treat it like a little semi-vacation, like, you know what, I'm gonna do it if I need to, but I'm out the house right now, so I'm gonna have a little fun. How do you manage making sure that the road mocks the same way as your home life as far as taking care of yourself?
Got you. That's an awesome question, Meek. And to me, I try to keep a daily regimen, especially when it comes to my meds, my rest. But I think on the road, I'll be honest with you, the rest may not be as normal. And I ain't gonna lie, when I'm on the road, my eating habits probably suck. 9 times out of 10, you know, a lot of times when I'm not by myself, you with a group of guys. So you probably got to go places together or places that I normally wouldn't go just to eat. You understand what I'm saying? So, but again, you know, they're not gonna cater to just Dion, you know, but when I do go places like that, or when I eat, I'll try to get like something baked or something grilled, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna front. We somewhere about some Chinese food, I'm definitely gonna get it. So my eating habits out the window. So on the road, it's really, really hard to just maintain that eating lifestyle that I normally do when I am home. But as far as packing my, you know, my meds and the things that I need just to be Dion who he is, I think that's very, very steady. And again, rest is so important for me. Like I've like certain bands that I do gig with, a lot of times, you know, after the show, they probably want to hang out, but me, I will go back to my room and rest because I know we have a show tomorrow. So I still have to be that Dion. You know, that's when I got to be like, okay, I have lupus. I got to make sure I'm straight. Everybody may not feel that because they don't know what lupus is. You understand what I'm saying? So, so that on the road mentality, I have to really keep it in the back of my mind. But I think the thing that's hardest for me to do is to just keep that eating regimen in order.
I know it helps a lot that I know when I was talking to you about possibly playing for us in September, and you were saying, I was like, well, I don't want to ask him because I know you gotta, you know, worry about bringing the drums, and you know, in my mind, I was like, okay, you got 12 suitcases at the airport. And then when you told me that, like, oh no, I'm big time, you know, I got the
Nice out big time.
I get it where, you know, it just happens. I go to a city, hey, you know, I'm Dion Langley, you know what I'm saying? And you know, let me go get that drum set over there. All right, thank you. I'll bring it back when I'm
Go
done.
ahead. I'm not big time. I'm just blessed. But you know, I do have endorsements, so I'm able to, if it's certain cities or certain places that I'm near, I can call a drum rep or something, and they'll send me. You know, they'll definitely send me a drum set. But you know, I definitely appreciate it though. I wish I was big time, but you know, I'm just.
Oh, you big time. We all big time on here, baby. I don't care if we walk to the corner store, we big time. You know, it's because, you know, we could just be sitting at home talking about, you know, oh, I got lupus.
Of course.
And we out here trying, you know, we trying. So whatever we achieve in life,
definitely,
you know, we big time. So,
definitely,
you know, I believe girl Dion has a question. Let me see.
And I had to fix my face first to see him and Emmett.
I know, right?
They did me wrong, and that was not cool. That was not good at all. But being that you said that you know you can call people and they'll send you a drum set. That means we're gonna see you next month. I mean, I just
if it's something that's in the plan, and again, I really don't mind. But I mean, you know, again, everybody have their own preference. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't have to play, but I'll definitely still come and support. But if you want me to, you already know I'm down for it. You know. You know, it's just one of those things to where, you know, as long as the business is, you know, is straight on and everything is in order, I don't mind playing. That's just what it is. You know, that's just what it is.
Oh yeah.
If that's your preference comment, I'm gonna let you slide with that because like she said, it was to ask Dion Langley.
You said what?
we won't talk about no other drummer. We said,
of course. I mean, of course. Y'all, man, listen, y'all already know, if you know what I'm saying, if y'all want me to play, that's off rip. It's automatically, yeah. We just got to make sure all the you know, all the protocol is there, and I'm there. It's nothing to it. Nothing to
it but to do it. Oh yeah.
That's it.
You heard what I said.
To it.
Oh, well, it was a pleasure, Dion. Is there anything else you would like to say that you forgot to mention, or anything else that you would like us to know? Because I want to hear about these awesome shirts that you be advertising, you know, Beat Lupus and all of that, the Fashion Fridays. I was privileged to be able to, you know, rock one for you, you know, showed out a little bit, but you know,
you definitely showed out. You know, along with me, you know, advocating and doing what I do with the Lupus Dream Team with my man Emmett Henderson, I also have my own Lupus apparel line. So that's something that I really wanted to get started and push. I got my website, drumforlupus.org. You can go to my website, check that out. I have 2 pages of apparel up there as well. You can follow me on Instagram at Beat Lupus Apparel, also at Drum for Lupus. My apparel is, oh man, I want to say something without letting the cat out the bag. You know what I'm saying? Because I got something big that's gonna pop off.
Well, we got an exclusive. Hold on, when I tell you, baby, we got the exclusive.
Yeah, it's
Hold
just.
On, let me get my breaking news.
No,
Coming
yeah, it's something big that's, you know, that's about to happen. Especially with my apparel, and it's gonna be something. It's gonna be something nice. But I wanted to put this apparel line together. The purpose was because, you know, when I got diagnosed with lupus, I had to figure out a way for me to deal with it while I was drumming. So the only way that I can get back up to myself, like get back up mentally, was to I just say I'll put hashtag Beat Lupus on a t-shirt, and I would just wear it every time I play drums. So I found myself when I was touring, I was going to different cities and states, I would just put a hashtag Beat Lupus shirt on. And I had so many people coming up to me, was like, man, where did you get that shirt from? Or people asking questions, does someone in your family have lupus? And then when I say I do, they was like, whoa, I ain't know a man had lupus, you know what I'm saying? So I just started doing that because at that moment, like I said, it was just for me. I was thinking about Dion, like this is gonna motivate me. So when I was playing, I just see, you know what I'm saying? It keeps me, you know what I'm saying, where I need to be. But what really made me focus on that apparel line and really wanted to push it was because I was in Dayton, Ohio. We did a show in Dayton, Ohio. And I had my hashtag Beat Lupus shirt on. And after the show, I had a family that came looking for me. So I'm sitting in the dressing room, I'm in Dayton, Ohio, and I'm like, the security guard was like, yo, Dion, somebody want to see you. And I'm like, man, I don't know nobody out here in Dayton. Who the heck could this be? You know, but me being on the platform that I am, being a professional drummer, you have to be able to, talk to your audience, or somebody want an autograph or something. So, I walked to the door, and when I walked outside, it was a family standing there, and it was a mother, father, and they had their son with them. Coming to find out, their son had got diagnosed with lupus a month prior to the concert, and he was in a depressed mode. And from what they were saying was, he was the #1 football player in his area, in his state and whatnot. And he's supposed to go to college and get a football scholarship. But when they found out he had lupus, they took his scholarship away. And and his dad was saying that they had to force him to come to the concert that night because he didn't want to go anywhere. So for me to have that type of impact on this individual, because it was a blessing. So from that night on, when I got to the airport, when I got on the plane and I was flying back home, I knew I had to do something about it. I was like, I got to do something with this whole lupus thing. So that's how come I decided to take my apparel line and just really put my focus on it. And I call it hashtag Beat Lupus, because I feel like me being a professional drummer, my goal, I beat drums, and my goal is to beat lupus. So that's why I call it hashtag Beat Lupus. So it really fits who I am, individual, it just fits me. And like I say, so I wear a lot of shirts, and I do like this, the one I got on there with the weekly schedule. So, so I represent lupus every day. And again, it's just something that we have to do. I feel like, I can talk loud without saying anything. So if you see my shirt and you notice it, it's going to make you say something to me. And then once you say something to me, it gives me the opportunity to start a conversation, and you never know where that conversation, goes. So, but yeah, so my apparel line it's going well, but like I said, I have some real big coming up with that. So just keep your eyes and ears open. It's definitely going to be nice. It's definitely going to be nice.
Definitely. All right. Well, we love what you have out already. So, you guys take a look at the website and support our brother. That's why it's so important to rock your regalia. I mean, have your paraphernalia on and everything, even like Tamika says, I remember she told me one time, she was like, you got to have it on, you got to have it on. And it brings such a conversation, they may be looking at you just because of the color or, or just seeing the Greek letters and like, wait a minute, that's not no omega. Wait a minute,
Right.
so it brings on a conversation for people to, have that discussion about lupus. It gives you a chance to talk about it, because we still trying to tell the world about lupus. So many people be like, oh, what's lupus?
Yeah.
You still don't know what lupus is yet? Oh, you look good. If you could see the inside,
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
yeah, it's very important. So you always rock it. Always.
You are, yeah, I'm right. Yeah. I have so much stuff now, man. My closet is like, oh my goodness, it's crazy. But
Yeah,
I'm
so
keep on rocking. Yeah, keep on rocking.
keep on being the best you that you could be. Keep on drumming. Keep on having that lupus spirit, that lupus mind, where you are a warrior and you can keep on striving. Continue to take care of yourself
Yes.
as best as you can. And just keep being a force in the community like you are. You're very inspiring. So know that we see you and what you are doing out there. And you guys together, you and Emmett doing your thing, so, keep going.
Oh, yeah.
Not just men need to know, but everybody needs to know. And you guys are such a great example to show the world about lupus. So
thank you so much, Sandra. We definitely,
yeah, we want to thank you for gracing us today with your presence and sharing your story. And we appreciate you.
anytime.
So know that.
Thank you.
At this time, I would like to try and get a photo of everyone, if you guys don't mind, so we can share this with the world. Hey, everybody. I have my screen so I can read my stuff, so now I get to see everybody. Okay. All righty, on a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. All righty, I'm gonna slide. Count of 3. 1, 2, 3. All righty. Sounds good. Well, again, Dion, we want to thank you for joining us today. And for those that don't know, we are Gamma Pi Rho Lupus Sorority Incorporated. And we are a sorority that you want to know about, right? For those that don't know, we are Gamma Pi Rho Lupus Sorority. We are a group of like-minded women who all suffer from lupus, amongst other illnesses. We have come together to advocate and raise awareness for this terrible disease so that more can know lupus to say no lupus. You can find us on our homepage at GPRSororityinc.org and on our social media platforms, Gamma Pi Rho Lupus Sorority Inc., and see all the fascinating things that we are doing and what is all to come. If you know anyone who has lupus or has a family member or friend who has lost someone to lupus, get in touch with us. We're not hard to find. Check us out on social media, but also know that it's not just for membership. But if you just need a friend to talk to, like today, the young lady, she needs us, right? She needs her lupus community. So reach out. We're all over the world. And we also have our Seals and Dimes auxiliary. I'm sorry, I'm stumbling. We are also accepting applications. Although our class for the fall has closed, still submit an application because we're always having classes. Continue to check up on our upcoming events for the rest of the year. For example, in September, where we gonna be, ladies? In Las Vegas. We're having our second annual Founders Day celebration. We'll be at the Tuscany from the 16th through the 19th. So join us if you're able. But check us out. We're going to be all over social media showing everybody who is the greatest lupus sorority in the world, baby. If you didn't know, you better ask somebody. And in closing, you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you again for coming. Dion, much love to you.
You already know. Thank you so much. Same here. We love y'all. We love y'all. We love you.
All righty.
Keep it up.
All righty.
Looking forward to seeing y'all too next month.
For sure, for sure. I want everybody to stay encouraged. I want everyone to stay encouraged. Even if you can't get through it today, try again tomorrow. Thanks for joining us. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye, E. Love you. Bye. Thanks for joining Aftermath.
You welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Love you, Big E. Bye. Hey. You gonna have me cry. Love you, Emmett. Always praying for you, big bro. Bye.